welcome you all again to this week's episode of Roll or Die.
Oh my goodness.
I am Dungeon Master Mike, and on the other side of my screen are 4 players, still for some reason happy enough to be involved in this campaign that I'm running.
We're being held hostage. Help us.
They've locked the door.
If I see anybody blink twice. And you're all in crypt right now. We're really fulfilling the dungeon part of the Dungeons and Dragons.
No dragons yet.
No false advertising.
Oh wait, no,
we
we
ticked
didn't
off the box.
We
That's
have to
it.
do it again.
We are halfway done. We're halfway done. We've done the dungeons. Now we need to get a dragon in here somehow.
Oh, he's a character, but we ain't met him yet.
Ruh-roh.
Oh well, I mean, maybe not. Maybe not.
We heard rumours. Oh, fair.
Stop spoiling.
You doing deals with him or something? Yeah.
So, the crypt that you're currently in is the crypt or this cellar beneath a noble household in the capital city of Stoneshelm. This was the noble household of the Silvershade family. The entire reason that you're here is because the one-armed tabaxi druid, her name being Rain, has come here to seek more information about one of the 4 elemental scions of Quadora Island, that being the earth elemental scion known as the Tao. In this crypt, and you've all come here, for your own reasons, to help or to protect Rain. You did indeed find a magical sphere which released the location of the Tao. I believe it was Crash, the paladin, that solved the riddle in that room.
Solved many riddles
one
in those
riddle.
rooms.
Yeah.
Just the one
Wait,
riddle.
it was a team effort, really.
Yeah.
He got lucky.
I needed to stop taking notes about who solved all the riddles because the answer was the same every time. And you realise that the Tao is currently in the crater, or in the belly of the mountain of Scadala in the centre of the island of Quadora there. Rain, once she knew this information, Rain was very, very keen on the idea of, all right, that's my next stop. I must go to Scadala to find this Earth Tao, because only by saving this elemental scion will give me a chance to save this island, which is the last vestige of freedom and hope in this world, with the main continent of Cardoon, separate to the island, having been ruthlessly taken over by a tyrannical overlord known as the Nameless King. Following along with Rain, you went to the Silvershade residence, where she heard through Vander that she should be able to find out more information about this Tao. To which you did. You went in, you found the information, you fought a bunch of really, really big, scary animated armors and gargoyles.
And basilisk.
And a basilisk as well, yeah. And got through it completely unscathed. Like, it was the easiest fight in the world for you guys. Nobody went down 3 times in a row
Absolutely
consecutively.
No one.
And interestingly, in that fight, Rain began to demonstrate some abilities or
Finally.
behaviours
Fucking Rain. Hold it
that
out.
she had so far proclaimed to no longer be able to do. So
Dirty liar.
a reasonable person might deduce that perhaps there might be more to Rain than meets the eye.
3 arms.
Wow. So you all took a long rest after the brutality of the crypt. Rested, regained all of your hit points and your spell slots and such, all of your abilities.
Leveled up!
Hold up.
Gained a level. You're
Gained a
level
level.
4 now.
I mean, what's a level?
Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
And then the next question is what you all want to do next. So it is currently night time. Yeah, if you want to have a big night out, Stoneshelm's the place to do it.
Yeah.
But it is currently night time, so you got there at, well, actually you did get there at night time, and it still hasn't quite yet reached sunrise over the island of Quadora. So still being night time, the early hours of the morning. Rain kind of has already expressed that it's her intention that she wishes to go to Scadala. But she says that she also knows that you guys won't really be able to make it out of the city before daytime hits. And then she also says that, look, we know where the Tao is. We know how to get there. and getting there is going to be a bit of a journey into itself, as we have to travel through the sickened and the dangerous wild shade forest, which is between Stone's Helm and the mountain of Scadala in the centre of the island. So Rain kind of turns to the rest of you and she says, maybe you all want to take a day here in the city. Maybe there are things you wish to do. You know, you've rested now, you've healed your wounds, and you've regained your energies, but perhaps there are things that you might wish to do here before we leave on what is no doubt going to be at least a week's long journey return to Mountain Scadala and back, if we ever make it back. So the first thing she turns to Owen and she says, listen, perhaps you would join me in exiting the city immediately and helping me gather some additional herbs and reagents from the nearby flora. Perhaps there are things that you and I can discuss in the meantime as well. I'll leave that up to you if you wish to join me. I would like to invite you to do so. I believe that this is one of your areas of key competency. But as for the rest of you, would there be things that you wish to do here in the city of Stone's Helm before we all journey on to Scadala?
I could take a day. Run some errands. It's been a while since I've been here.
Yes, I have some business to attend to while I'm here.
Now I've got some gold to spend.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh, well, one of the chests had like a few gold pieces in it. I mean, I could upgrade some equipment, and it's pretty worn out from the.
You found some gold in the treasury?
Yes.
And a dagger?
Yeah, I did find this dagger. Look at this. I'm still trying to figure out what's exactly the deal with this one, but.
And you're planning on keeping it all?
I'm happy to spread it around a little bit, but I mean.
Roll a bit of an Arcana check for me here, please, Crash.
Certainly guide myself as well, because I can. 12. 11.
Something a little bit foul about that dagger, like and
stank on it.
you can almost sense a bit of an aura coming from it, like a buzzing aura that makes you feel a little bit nauseous. Doesn't seem to be like an actively dangerous or hostile thing, but whatever enchantment's on there, you don't think you like it very much.
Did you sleep with that thing?
In what way? What are you talking?
Was it on your body when you were sleeping?
It was on my hilt. It wasn't on my body. And no, I don't sleep with my weapons. But
I want to start.
you should. You want me to start sleeping with my weapons? All right. What makes you say that? I mean, it's just a dagger, right?
I don't know. That one in particular looks a bit dark.
Cool. Oh, dark. All right. That also works as well. In what way does this freak you out?
Keep it away from me.
Okay. Interesting. Should I be worried?
That's up to you.
Up to me.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it can do the job, we should be just fine. But I will keep that in mind. Thank you for that. I tell you what. Look, I'll be lying if I said I wasn't being a bit greedy, but I want to share some of my little gold that I found in that chest. I can give you all each 10 gold pieces.
Oh.
Happy with that one. And go
Very
treat
generous of
yourself.
That is mighty generous.
Yes.
Really
I mean,
generous.
it's all right. So yeah, the 10 gold pieces. Let's just flick them around, and a little gold patch right here. Have a bit of fun with the gold patches there.
Actually,
You can have a little gold piece.
Xavier, that is very kind.
Thank you. Pretend there's 10 of them right there.
I would like you to know I was not expecting anything from here. However, I do think that we should set some boundaries if we are going to travel as a team.
In what way?
I do believe in the distribute 50%, keep 50% kind of property of everything we find.
Fair. I mean, it's
Valid.
I'll take it by case basis. I mean, really.
I have no problem with everyone setting their intentions, but it's when intentions are set and lines are crossed is what I have an issue with.
That's fair enough.
Yes.
Agreed.
Well, given that every little encounter with gold is a bit different, I'm still going to say I'd rather just play it by case basis, depending on the scenario happening there. But I will be generous enough to hand you some of my gold. Don't you worry about it.
Very kind. Be careful with that knife.
I will.
Well, in your words, if we are a team, I was wondering if you might tell me a little bit about your sister. Perhaps I've met her before. And in fact, how you lost her. How do you lose a sister?
Well, I guess if we're doing this, there was some trouble which happened at my home a little while ago. rather unfortunate. A lot of people lost their lives. The city was ransacked, and she kind of slipped away in the darkness. Her and a group of companions, yeah, they disappeared, and a lot of people in the town kind of want to place that on them, but I don't believe what they say. I know my sister, I know who she is, and these lies are not becoming. They don't suit well for my family, and it doesn't sit right with me.
So it wasn't her choice to leave, is what you're trying to say?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she disappeared, and I need answers from her. But I don't think that she's capable of doing what people have said she has done.
So I'm to assume maybe she doesn't want to be found.
It would appear that way.
What was her name? Or what is her name?
Her name is Terra.
Last name?
Silo.
As in terror, like fear and terror, or like the Earth word?
T-E-R-A.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I was going to say, got me a bit scared there. T-E-R-A.
She sounds like a terrorist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's definitely something.
You should see her in one of her bad moods.
Right. Mummy
The
not to
name
get
is
on a bad side.
rather fitting sometimes.
Interesting. All right.
Since we're doing this,
Are we doing this? I just asked you a question you didn't need to answer.
awfully defensive.
Yeah, she's been like
I mean,
that.
you can ask me whatever you like.
So you are a wizard of some kind. Clearly you have a way with magic.
Sure. I do have a way with magic.
You studied it. You were born with
Absolutely
it.
not. I do not study magic. No, I don't have the discipline for that.
No?
No.
How did you get the way that you are?
It was given to me, I suppose.
Given to you.
Yes. I suppose yours were given to you, no, by your god.
Yes.
Well, I think we are alike that way then.
Okay. Who is your god?
Oh, I don't have a god. No, no god.
What do you mean?
You asked me if I have a god, and I don't.
So who gave you the powers?
A close friend of mine who helped me in a bit of a pickle.
Right.
Yes.
Does this friend have a name?
I mean, he has a name that I call him. I don't think it's his actual name.
What do you call him?
Goran.
Goran.
But you may know him as other names. I can tell you that I gave him that name. I don't know his true name.
Right. And that's how you can do your...
Yes, he allowed me to.
Can I get you to please roll for me your choice of either an arcana
No.
or a religion check?
Yes. Yes. That one. Oh, that's good. 21.
Gotcha. The way that Sully is speaking to you and the information she's mostly holding back, but kind of letting out in little drips and drabs here, reminds you of tales that you've heard in the churches of people that have made deals for power. And the majority of those tales always seem to be along the lines of people, making deals with devils. Sometimes with making deals with other entities for powers, some, great unknowable ones, or those of the Fae realm and such. So you may come to the conclusion that she may not be willing to say it out loud, but you begin to think that it might be the details she's giving have a familiar air to you of people who have taken on an otherworldly patron of some kind.
Answer me, Warlock. There are many faces one can serve,
Sure.
and I do not judge. I do not throw stones. However,
I judge.
I need to know that you are not an evil being.
And what if I was an evil
We would have a problem.
That's exactly what an evil being would say.
being? How does one prove that they're not an evil being?
It's a moral compass question. I feel like you would know.
Well, I'm curious as to how you have perceived my actions so far. Do you think I have a moral compass? Have I acted unethically in some way?
Very sly,
Sly?
very cunning.
Cunning?
I do not trust.
Are they traits of an evil person?
They're not traits of a good one.
Fair enough.
Rain speaks up, and Rain says to Crash, what might your opinion be of an assassin? Someone who attempts to murder somebody by means of subterfuge or subtlety.
Listen, there are many cut from the same cloth as I that would argue that any kind of assassin is evil. I myself find myself somewhere in between. It's all about context. Who are they assassinating? Why are they assassinating? It's not as clear-cut as some others that grew up in the same church as I.
I was hoping you would say that, for I attempted to assassinate Shurinkar by sneaking aboard his ship and poisoning him, of which I succeeded in the task but failed in the mission. Miss Sullivan here has performed deeds of great valor in my defense, and I certainly hope that is indicative of the kind of soul you have, Miss Sullivan.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate the endorsement. Despite you not knowing much about me, I appreciate that. I am curious, though, Crash, why you think you're a good person.
I've dedicated my life to my God and
And you're
myself.
sure your God is good?
Yes, without doubt.
Fair enough. I've met plenty of people devoted to the same God as you who are not good people. I don't think devotion alone can make you a good person.
No, it's actions. It's
But
actions.
it is interesting that that's not the first thing you said.
How do you mean?
Well, I just asked you, and what would make a good person, and the first thing you said was that you are faithful to your God.
Yes. However, it is an objective fact that Lathander breeds positivity, love, warmth. These are
Perhaps-
fantastic qualities, and yes, there is more to me than my God, but at my cornerstone, he's there.
Lathander, you say?
Yes, the Dawn Father.
I'm sorry, but being unable to read your language myself, can someone repeat to me what was underneath that amulet over there?
It's the sword of Lathander.
You are the sword of Lathander, the one I've heard about.
This is a title that my father carried before me and his father before him. With him gone, I guess that honor does fall to me, and the title still stands strange.
Miss Sullivan, I believe that Mr. Silo's honor is officially above reproach.
I disagree. He still answers to a master. That master might ask you to do something you don't agree with, and then what?
If the day ever comes where my God asks something of me that was not morally correct or aligned with who I am, then he is no longer my God, and I am no longer his sword.
Well, we'll see if that does happen.
I guess we will.
Additionally, there were some documents, a journal, or a letter rather, that was picked up. One of them was a family tree that had a curious detail amongst that. Does anybody remember what that detail was?
Yes.
No, let's move on. Like,
Well, and could you tell me what was the detail on that family tree?
That Owen is a Silvershade.
And
Silvershade.
did anybody else see that?
Yes.
Anybody
I
else see
think
that
we all
family
know.
tree?
I think we're all
Yes,
on the same.
yes,
Yeah, I
saw
think we all
Yes.
saw it. Yeah.
I saw
They
it, so
just
you,
yeah.
haven't seen. Oh no, you have seen the letters. Technically, he just hasn't.
So you've all certainly seen the family tree that named Owen as the current or youngest member of the Silvershade family, and there was also a letter that was found that was read by a couple of you, but has not yet found its way into Owen's hands. But I believe that letter has currently made its way around the table and is currently in the hands of Sully.
Correct.
Is there anything you want to do with that now, or are
Yes.
you holding on to
No,
that?
I'll
for
do it now. Since we're all having a bit of a powwow. Owen,
yes.
I have come across a letter and a journal entry that confirms the family tree and what we now know as you being Owen Silvershade.
Yes.
I think that you might want to read these
Thank you.
in your own time, but
Now, would that be... Are you immediately going to open it up and read it now, Owen?
I think he absolutely would, because they've found out information about him. He's like, how?
I get
you want to know what
for
we say?
for the benefit of our audience, then, I will ask you to please read this out verbally for us.
Your best ethereal
The journal, the
voice.
letter, both.
Yeah.
In a half-elven accent, please.
Oh no. Okay.
There's a lot of script.
Can you
there.
read?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, great.
I can try my best. So dated 6 years ago. Today my son abandoned the family. He's young and naive. The foolish boy refuses to listen and understand what is important. We are Silvershades. Duty comes before all else. He remains a constant disappointment. Oh, that's rough.
That is right.
I'm sure he will find the real world is much crueler than he expects. He will
was not
return
right.
to us before long. Wait. Who is this, my mother or father? Just so I can get the voice, because I assumed mother.
You recognise the handwriting as your father, Adrian.
Father.
Very
Fantastic. Well,
female,
let's
but
change
feminine
up that
father.
voice a little bit.
Yeah.
I was going very strong,
That's all right.
feminine. Every day we hear so this one's dated 2 years later, so 6 years ago. Every day we hear worse and worse news coming from Cardoon. Things have reached a dire state. Our connections on the mainland grow fewer by the day. I've dedicated my life to keeping this business prospering, and yet, will it be all for naught? In the end, will all I achieve to bring shame upon the... will all I achieve to bring shame upon the Silvershade name? Father, what would you think of me? Then, a few months after that, Dow? Yep. Dow visited me today. Every time she reveals herself, it sends a shiver down my spine. She commands a terrifying presence. The djinn has flown away in a rage at the capture of the Ifrit, and it falls to her shoulder his burden. It's time for me to fulfill my oath. Time for Silvershade to rise up once more. All the Silvershades. My son, enough is enough. It's time to return home. Then dated 1 year ago. I journeyed west following rumors of my son's whereabouts, ready to bring him home. As I readied myself to yell at the boy and demand he returned home to fulfill his duty, I came upon his new home. The man that stood before me was one I did not recognize. He was healthy and strong. He had a beautiful woman at his side, and she was with child. They looked happy. He looked happy. Reminded me of my own youth, a similar time when I too dreamed more than carrying the family's legacy. At that moment, I could not bring myself to face him. He deserves this happiness, to enjoy as many moments as he can. I've no doubt a time will come, as it did for me. His fate, his duty, his destiny. It looms over him, silently watching and waiting to rip him from this life he has made for himself. And as he stands before me, I see he will not refuse it. For the sake of his loved ones will embrace the man I know he has become. I'm proud of you, my son. I pray we have the chance to meet again someday, even as strangers. Shit. And then, yeah, dated 3 months ago. The invading forces continue in number. Their initial harassments have grown in aggression. I tried to get Marin away from this place, but she refuses to leave. I too refuse to leave. I was born in this house, and I'll be damned if I let anyone take it from me.
Next level.
So that's the journal, everyone. Just not much.
No, not a lot there. Letter.
Fuck me, first off.
Hold that letter up to the camera a little bit, just to see how wonderful our production team made it look.
So yeah, this is the letter.
Smells
Just-
good too.
Yeah. Does still smell? Yeah.
Got some Victoria's Secret on it.
Fantastic. Yeah, then I would read the letter. Is this... Yes, to
While
my
you're
father.
doing that, we're all just like,
To my dearest Lyrea, by the time this letter reaches your hands, the winds will have carried me far from you. Yet know this, my heart has not left your side, nor will it ever. I write these words in the hush between the setting of the sun and the rising of a duty I did not choose. My hand trembles not with fear, but with the weight of what I am about to lose. You, my light, my solace, the quiet flame that has warmed the chambers of my soul.
Lyrea.
Lyrea, thank you. Lyrea, my love, forgive me. There are no words sharp enough to cut through the betrayal of this parting. I was born a Silvershade, a name bound in iron and stone to the will of the earth Tao, our eternal liege and the soul of this island. For generations we have knelt and bled in its service, guardians and attendants, chosen by blood, bound by oath. But in that binding we have lost something sacred, the right to live for our own hearts. I never expected to find joy beneath the canopy of the ordinary. You, a woman with no title, no crest, and yet in your eyes I found the stars. And in your arms I found a world untouched by politics, oaths, or legacy. You taught me what it meant to be a man, not just a Silvershade. I will never stop loving you for that. My father has commanded I take the hand of another, a union forged not out of love but stone and tradition. To refuse it is to bring shame upon my house and perhaps doom upon all of us. If the Tao should see insult in our disobedience, that is the threat we live under. The heavy hand of ancient power whose mercy is as unpredictable as the mountain winds. It is not justification. It is only a truth, a bitter one, and I pray you understand it better than I do. I go not because I do not love you, but because my love alone cannot shield you from the ruin that would come if I defied this path. And yet, would I not choose ruin if only I were braver? That question haunts me, and I know it will haunt me until my last breath. If the winds are kind, if fate relents even for a moment, perhaps one day I will return, not as the heir of a legacy, but simply as Adrian, the man who loved you, who never stopped. And now I must confess that the cruelest truth of all, you will never read these words. I dared not send this letter. It would bring you danger and perhaps disgrace. So I hide it like a prayer whispered into the earth, hoping the island itself may carry it to you somehow. Or perhaps someone will find it, long after I'm gone, and know that once in the shadow of a stone and oath there was love. I will love you across the lifetimes, forever in your shadow, Adrian.
Damn.
that's intense.
You notice
Nice.
as you finish reading through that letter to yourself, that letter is obviously quite a few years older
Yes.
than the journal entries. Maybe at least potentially a decade older, and has sat there gathering dust and becoming slowly more, the paper becoming slowly more discolored with age. And it kind of spells out to you a history that you had never known about your father, about how once upon a time he had loved someone and was faced with the choice of duty and family versus true love. And he chose to follow duty and family. Rain kind of sees your face as and the facial expression that is coming over it as the content of these journals and this letter kind of sinks in. She clears her throat and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Perhaps a walk in the fresh air and time to gather some flowers, yes?"
I think that would be good.
Thank you. If you will all excuse us. and Rain goes to guide Owen out of the crypt and out towards nearby groves and orchards. Does anyone else have anything to raise with either Rain or Owen before they exit?
I can go.
I'm off. I'll see people.
Yes.
Where do we meet up again in however long?
Shall we meet at...
Shall we meet back here?
Yeah, I mean,
There's
Silvershade
a little
Letters.
buzzing that comes from Sully's bag.
Got to go. I'll meet you back here.
What does Sully look like right now? Is she encumbered? Like, does she look like she's got a lot of stuff on her person?
Nah,
You
pretty
haven't really
agile.
pocketed much.
I've got gold and I've got like my sack, whatever you want to call it.
Reese is like way down to one side.
Yeah.
Sully, that greatsword, that
Great sword.
Oh yeah, the one you commanded it to drop, and then the big helmed horror that you fought.
Yes.
that I commanded it to drop.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
and
you
I
did.
picked it up. I picked it up.
Where is that?
Oh, it's yours. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right, no worries.
Thank you.
I have no use for a great sword. Anyway, shall we be back here in a few hours? All right, bye.
Getting a call?
I'm gonna shove off.
Just the Apple ringtone.
Yeah. Oh, I don't really change.
Wait. What's
my
your
sword.
little bag thing
I don't
doing
stop. I
there?
just keep going.
Rain kind of pops her head back in the door for a second. She says, where should we all meet you tomorrow? Would there be a place you would all stay? A tavern or an inn, perhaps?
Can I just reel off a tavern that I know?
Sure. There's the best one you can think of. Affordable, comfortable, a little bit seedy. Place called the Coffin Nail.
Cool.
Me there.
I'll just tell everyone to meet there in the morning for breakfast.
You and Rain make your exit, and Sully, where do you go as this sending stone in your bag continues to desperately vie for your attention?
Just out into the street, I guess, and just checking behind me, making sure I'm not being followed. And
There's
then
plenty of people starting to mill about in
I'm
these early
going
hours of the morning.
to just disguise myself because I can do that whenever I want. As
Whatever I want.
I'm just going to look like Lucas in real life.
In real life.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Let's say you step aside to, in a little bit of an alley in between buildings and get yourself into an alcove where you know you're not going to be seen. You pull out the sending stone and activate it in response. And in front of you, like a hologram of a exceedingly handsome tiefling appears. And you see that the tiefling with his, sharp devil's horns and such, and dressed in clearly very elaborate robes, smoking a very expensive mahogany pipe and whatnot, looks out and he goes, "Well, Miss Sullivan, I do believe that's quite an improvement. You're looking absolutely dashing."
Hello, Barry. I thought this was only an emergency line.
It kind of blurs the lines here, Miss Sullivan. You see, there are those who are beginning to ask me questions about a missing group of militiamen, those responding to orders of the Twin Blades, you see. They were off
How
in your
unfortunate.
area in Moss Edge, and they've been missing for over a week without reporting in. I don't suppose that's something, Miss Sullivan, that you may have an explanation for?
Absolutely, I do.
Brilliant. I expect you in my office within the day.
Done.
Good
See
morning.
you then. Bye.
There you go. Hangs up.
She just was like, yeah, she'll dilly dally her way there, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what does Xavier and Crash like to do in their little bit of a day in Stoneshelm?
I don't know about you, but I'd be keen to get to an armory.
Yes,
a
I
blacksmith.
have a bunch of stuff I need to sell. But yes, that's great minds think alike on that one.
Is there any chance that a armory and a magic weapon slash
Yeah.
item store are kind of next to each other?
Yeah. or at
They're
least,
in the same precinct.
yeah.
Unfortunately, on the island of Quadora, magical items and artifacts, anything beyond what you might consider almost like common magical items, like sending stones are available at somewhat of a high price. Most of what you're going to find is certainly mundane.
Even in the
But
capital?
what sort of Quadora is not a very cosmopolitan place in that regard. Was there a particular item or type of item that you were looking to seek out?
Well, I guess first things first. You could have that, mate. First things first, I'd like to go to a blacksmith then.
Looking to buy or sell?
I kind of unsheathe my longsword. I kind of half over my greatsword. And I say, look at a trade, if I can. I want something like this, and I show my longsword. Mm-hmm. But I have this. And I'm also going to pull out the helmet, the really nice helmet that I took off the corpse.
Yeah, the helmed horror corpse?
Yes.
Gotcha. It's huge. So that the size of that helmed horror helmet is going to be way too big for any standard humanoid to wear. Mm-hmm. So it would more so be for something like a display piece,
ornamental,
or like something to put on a mantle or something. Mm-hmm. Not that it's not going to be worth a bunch, but you wouldn't be looking to sell it off as a usable item.
So I've got this greatsword and I've got this helm, and ideally I'd want something in a similar vein to this stock standard longsword.
He does look at it and he kind of considers it for a sec, and then he goes, give you a silvered longsword with a wonderful hilt made of ivory, and it's got a falcon's head on the hilt too. So he offers you a silvered longsword.
So as in the blade itself is silver?
Correct.
Like a Witcher blade?
Yeah. He's got the hair for it.
Which I'm going to get you to roll for me now. You're both in there together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Both of you roll for me your choice of either survival or...
That does
I
not
beg your
sound
pardon?
good. Excuse me?
Wisdom.
Repeat that.
Survival or Arcana.
Cool.
Same shit.
How is your...
Both are 2.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay, beautiful. And guidance is a
D4.
Alright, sweet.
Ooh. 15.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you both recognise the fact silvered weapons are considered to be much more effective against certain types of non-mundane monsters, lycanthropes, some version of shape-shifting creatures. And you don't know if it's necessarily true or not, but because you never heard of any real vampires in the world, but maybe you think that might fit the bill too. But a silvered longsword, if you were to ever come across those kinds of creatures, then you feel like then that is going to go better for you.
Fantastic. Sold.
Okay, straight trade. So he hands it over. No additional.
Great.
No, he doesn't put forward for any additional gold to change hands either way. He offers a straight trade.
Fantastic. Sorry to just...
No, go for it.
one final thing as well, and I kind of pull out the both the basilisk tooth and the basilisk horn, and I'm just say, I'm under a pretty decent time crunch here, but I'm interested in making one of these things into a dagger, maybe put a hilt on it and just sharpen the tooth. Is that something that you can do?
I'm a bit backed up, but with about a week or so, and if you want to pay me 10 gold pieces for the labour, then I reckon I could. It won't look. It's going to be function over form, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you want a dagger out of those things? I'll give you a dagger out of those things in 1 week's time.
I've got 20 gold. I kind of take out, and I say, how about you make it top priority and get it back to me by the end of the day?
It is simply a matter of physics. he apologises and he says, look, if I was to put every other piece of work on the back burner for your 20 gold pieces, it would still be 4 days.
10 gold it is.
All right. So that in the back of your mind, you know that kind of gives you the ample time to get. If you're going to go to Scadala Mountain and back, then it's going to be ready for you by the time you get back. For sure.
Fantastic. And just logistically as well, with my silver sword, that comes with like like a sheath or a scabbard that I can put in.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Like it's there to
Attach it
match.
to my belt, so I've full got like a
and you know
Winchester
how it's
style,
got
normal
the
blade
hilt with an ivory eagle's head on it.
Yep.
The scabbard right below the hilt has like stylized eagle wings and stuff going down.
That
So
suits my vibe.
There you
wonderful,
go.
wonderful thing.
Perfect. Thank you, good sir.
Is this blacksmith also double as an armory? Like, is it better if I go elsewhere to sell things, or it's kind of the same thing? At this
Sort of much the same thing. I mean,
Okay.
there's competition about, but you
Yeah,
feel
sure.
like this place might, feels to you like it's got, everything
Right.
you could want.
All right. I've got a bunch of just stuff to sell to you, and I just dump it on the table or wherever we are, the counter.
And are you looking to sell these off, or is there any trade that you?
I'm just looking to get gold for now. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, like, you don't have any you don't have any daggers you might have on sale? Any of the
Not in daggers.
does look
No.
just okay, basically.
It does look to be a pretty nice crossbow, like a light crossbow that's up on the wall. It seems to have some fancy tooling to it
Okay, right.
that might catch your eye, but
Yeah, right.
no special daggers.
All right, good. Could I get this? What deal can we make with this little loot here for that crossbow you got on the
So
wall?
he starts to look over the items, and the first thing he looks at are all the pieces of armor that
shit,
you've
they're
looted
branded.
from your enemies, right? And he kind of holds it up, and he looks at you through the holes made through like
Yeah.
the weapon stabbings
Yeah.
and stuff, and he goes like, "Armor's ruined, not much good. I'll give you a couple of silver for the materials of the armor." He looks over all the swords, quarterstaffs, and stuff like that. "I'll give you 15 gold for the lot."
All right. Wait, how much is that crossbow up there?
That one's selling there, and he pulls it down and he hands it over and he shows you that there's a wonderful little reloading mechanism to it, right? Where every other turn you'll need to manually reload, but you can shoot something twice in a single turn, and then you would need to use a bonus action in the following turn to reload. So it's like fire twice, reload. Fire twice, reload, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of fire on the in the long term, in the aggregate, you fire 1.5 times as fast, right?
Sick.
And how much is that?
Well, if you want it with the reloader, then trading all this stuff over to you, that'll be 30 gold additional for you to pay.
I'll tell you, I'll leave the crossbow, and if I'll just trade the gold with you right now.
This feels like the beginning of a beautiful professional relationship. I know that we would very much appreciate this relationship to go off with a great start. Is there anything we can do to just bump that price down for a returning customer?
Lovely, roll a persuasion check for me. And because you've just had a very successful transaction yourself, you get to roll with advantage.
Ah, let's go. And I'm gonna grab myself.
Oh, that was
That's cocked, but that's not great.
that was.
D4. 15.
All right, not bad, not bad. He goes like, right.
Oh wait, sorry. My bad. Dumbass over here. Dirty 20.
Nice, even better. That's right, all right. I'll knock it down to 10.
Isn't that 10 pieces? 10
That's
gold
pretty
pieces.
good.
All right, so I trade you
You
all
pay
this.
another 10 gold
I'll
pieces.
pay
and you
another
get
10
that.
gold, and I get the crossbow and to sell my stuff. Right?
And then you wipe out all of the loot that you
Yeah.
had taken, and pay an additional 10 gold, and then you get the rapid fire crossbow.
I'm gonna say done, and I'm gonna take 10 gold out of my pocket and give it to him.
Okay. Oh, really?
I mean,
Okay. Right.
ugh.
Sure.
For all intents and purposes,
Ellie is impressed.
it follows the rules
Before
of
you
a
say
light
no.
crossbow.
So wait, so you're just giving that to me?
Well, yeah, I mean, you gave me 10 gold earlier, so
All right.
consider it.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honesty is a good system, my
Thank
friend.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So Owen, you have gone out to the nearby forest with Rain. When you read that letter, you obviously only read it to yourself,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But,
Definitely did not read it out loud.
she says that she noticed that the reading that letter caused a great emotional struggle within you, and she asks if you wanted to share what was in there, if you wanted to talk about it.
So yeah, with the letter, I'm just saying I didn't know my father well at all. I thought we were polar opposites, but there are parts about his past that are similar to mine.
In my land, there is a little saying said amongst my peoples of that sins of the father often visit upon the sons. I am immensely sorry to hear of these tragic honesties that have become known to you, Owen. I believe that, again, as a druid and with a great belief in balance in all things, by finding this Tao that your family had sworn their oaths to, perhaps there will be some level of balancing that will help you.
I agree. I need a lot more information than what I have. I've learned many things about my family today, about their past, about their role in this island. I didn't even know they died.
The Cardunian forces certainly have much to answer for, and I will do everything in my power to see that they do.
Thank you.
I know that this may be a little bit soon to ask, but these things you have learned, they are all of the past. Have you given any thought to the future? Of what might be next for Owen Silvershade?
He's definitely taken aback by getting called Owen Silvershade. Hasn't been called that in a long while. I don't know. I chose a different life. I left. There was disgrace, but there is duty, and duty should come first. So, I don't know.
Rain kind of responds to what you said about duty, and she says, I would believe it only fair to perhaps explain some of my own duties. I have told you before that the main continent is completely ruled over by the Nameless King. There is no corner of that nation that is not cowering in fear, whether it is in the arid deserts, in the festering swamplands, or the crumbling ruins of the once great cities. Everything that the Nameless King has touched has fouled. Yet there are those that remain who seek salvation for the land and for the people within it. I have thus far been somewhat hesitant to discuss this or to show any of my own particular magical druid craft as our identities, those of us that continue to fight against the Nameless King and his forces. We must operate in secrecy. We of the Blossom's End are the only ones that remain in opposition to the Nameless King. You don't need to answer now, Owen Silvershade, for I understand the pull of duty, but I would like you to consider this an invitation to join Blossom's End. And then she kind of stands up again from where she'd been kneeling in the mud and uprooting some particular weeds and herbs, packs them away, and she kind of gives you that nod of she's done here.
We're done,
and
yeah.
ready to go back in. Please don't tell the others
Oh yeah.
about this Blossom's End thing. The less people that know those words, the better.
We've been with them for a while. I feel like that goes without saying. They
I get you.
they rob everything. Oh,
They do.
it's
I mean, I come from one of the worst places on the realm, but these people, there's nothing sacred. You know what? I don't want to be unfair. They have certainly put life and limb at risk in my defense, and I am grateful. But yeah, I mean, a little decorum sometimes, you know.
Just piss some people. We've been with them the whole time. I haven't been able to get away and talk to you about. Oh my gosh.
Sully's ears are burning.
Hard to bottle these things up. I know.
I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
I understand. Trust me.
Among other things, but yes.
Anything else that you wanted to discuss with Rain before you head off to the tavern, the Coffin Nail?
I wanted to discuss with Rain what she thinks. I have many questions. I've learned a lot of things about my parents. I don't know how they particularly died. I assume it was the army, but do you think it would be unwise to go back to the Silvershade Manor and find out more information about the state of things and what my role in them may be?
It would not be unwise for you at all, I believe. I mean, as long as you keep your identity a secret. If these Cardunian forces are killing all the nobles, then don't let yourself known to be one. I myself would probably avoid it, as clearly I am now. The description of myself has spread far amongst the forces of these Cardunian invaders, so I will be sheltering in a shadowy corner of a tavern with my cloak up and my tail hidden. But if you wish to do those investigations yourself, as long as you are not making yourself known to be a Silvershade, I imagine you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know when, but I'd like to do that.
Like sometime over the next day or so, yeah?
Yes, before we leave, go and just
totally.
figure out what the hell's going on
Gotcha.
with stuff.
All right, so Crash is the first one at the Coffin Nail, and then when would Sully be heading to the tavern? Would you be the second one to get in?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And when I see it's just Crash, I'm like, ugh. Mm-hmm. And I sit somewhere else. I'll go sit somewhere else.
Not
like a
awkward at all.
booth.
And then Owen and Rain are the next ones to make it in.
Ooh, who do you sit next to?
Rain looks at Sullivan's table and then looks at Crash's table, and then goes to sit with Crash.
Wait, sorry, am I sitting down at Crash's table or have I not entered?
You're about to enter.
Just sitting by yourself.
Gotcha.
So,
Does anyone sit with me?
Does
Come on,
Owen
Xavier.
sit with Sully? No? Alright.
Xavier.
But then Xavier walks in and you see
the only
one
one I like.
table. One table with Crash,
Come on, Xavier.
Owen and Rain, and then another table
Come
with
on.
Sully.
We looted corpses together. Come on. Go on.
I'm gonna see him walk in and be like, Xavier!
So
I
Sully,
will go up to the bar to get a drink. And then go on. So I'm not just gonna go straight to sit with them. I'm gonna go to the bar
Sully!
and get a drink.
Alright, so you're all together at that breakfast table now, and the tavern keeper, a very portly fellow, going bald, and kind of with a thin sheen of sweat that's constantly on him as he's bustling around and trying to keep everything clean and keep everyone served. He walks on over and he goes, speaks over to you all, and he goes like, "Right, can I get you breakfast for then? What would your order be for?" "Oh, hello. Good to see you, sir."
Yes. And, just with some people here, don't mind us.
"Oh no, certainly not. Tell you what, sir. Any comrade of mine gets the specials, the Icor discount, as it were."
That's the one. Yes, that's actually, yeah, can we get a, yeah. Well,
And he kind of starts looking a little bit nervous.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, if you could get my three friends here a nice just some of your finest, and see that lonely lady at the bar, if you could get her something like that. Get her something as well, just said it was from me, she'll understand.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'll get you all my finest fire wine brandy then, yeah.
Yeah.
Bacon, burnt black, and some breakfast beer.
Indeed, bacon well done, and the beer too. Indeed, sir. Anything for the gentleman and the cat?
Sorry, threw me off. Just sausages and eggs and just general Yeah.
I'll have some
Whatever you have.
mushrooms and just some spring water, please, Rain says.
Oh, sorry, if Rain was here as well, to make that 4, and then an extra 5th one for just whatever finest the specials for
the loner
Just
at the
treat us
bar.
well.
Wonderfully. Any special requests from the lady?
I think, not having heard what these guys are going to say, but I'm going to accidentally order the same thing that Crash ordered.
Yeah, nice. All right. So then the bartender kind of puts these
And then I'll come and
bustles
sit with
away.
them. Like,
It's going to take about 5 or 10 minutes to put this order together. Do you guys have anything additional to talk about whilst you guys have your privacy, or do you kind of wait for Rain to launch into the plan?
It's gonna stand up. New sword. What do you think? To the full like American Beauty, American Psycho, like the cut.
it is very you.
Oh, that's going. Well,
Thank
This
you.
is very-
I wouldn't have got it without the great sword, so thank you there.
No, that's okay.
I've always considered it a wonder how easily you people handle such sharp things with such confidence. And Rain kind of stamps a quarter stuff up and down a couple of times.
Well,
Have you ever
Sully here can
had an
relate.
accident with these things?
I'm so sorry, but that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I feel like Sully laughs out loud.
That's a shame.
you gotta learn one way.
Yeah, I know, right?
Looks like you have too.
Well, this was no accident.
Thank you.
This
Someone had to
was not an accident, but I was victimized.
well, that's
Just
awkward.
kidding.
That's awkward. That's Andrew.
But it's good to see that nobody ever, well, yes, I mean, sharp weapons are not my jam, but...
Animal
And then
cruelty
the,
is just an awful thing.
Yes, it is, and also cruelty to the sentient races.
Yes.
too,
Yes.
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 May I ask?
Age intelligence.
At what stage in the morning are we at? Like, is it still like somewhat
Just
an empty
past
tavern?
sunrise.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like largely, pretty much empty. You guys and the tavern keeper right now.
Okay, yeah. And outside, is there like a bustle? Like, is there like people? about,
Not a
or
bustle,
just-
but a general stirring
Yeah.
of the populace.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
I don't want to raise any alarm bells,
There she
but
goes.
I don't think that Rain should be wandering around looking the way she does. Does anyone have
She
anything?
does have
on?
the cloak pulled all the way up and whatnot, but you know that she's not doing the greatest job of it because the tavern keeper called her the cat.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah.
Does anyone have anything that might help her look slightly different? Perhaps not like a cat.
Like what exactly? What are you
Like a
thinking of?
disguise.
A disguise.
A disguise kit or a spell.
You're good with illusions, aren't you?
Yeah, I might have something about, and I'm gonna get up from the table, and I'm gonna walk over to the tavern, tavern dude, bartender sort of thing, and you see my cat lady friend over there, right? We need something a bit more, to make her seem a bit more subtle here, and I mean she sticks out like a sore thumb. Surely got anything in the back we could use?
I can be checking, sir. We may have a couple of things left in the cloakroom from some of our more, forgetful customers. But unless she was willing to be shaven down to the skin, I don't think we'll have much beyond what she's already got with the cloak and the hood and stuff.
Nothing at all. Well, can't say I didn't try. Thank you. We sit down. Yeah, that's enough from me.
In the crypts, didn't you do something with your face where you changed your face?
Yeah,
Can you do that to other people?
I don't think so.
Listen, Rain speaks up and she says, I'll be okay. If I really wish to avoid being noticed, I have my ways.
Me just realizing that literally everyone else has disguise self.
Yeah, literally.
We all look like it.
And then, the tavern keeper kind of comes back over and he puts down everybody's food, and then he puts down the 2 identical servings of food between Sully and Crash.
She rolls her eyes.
And then he turns over and he goes, I want you to know this one's on the house, young sir, you see.
Appreciate that.
As Bruno at your service, sir. You may not recognize the name, but
Yeah.
I mean, I recognize you, sir. I mean,
Right.
we all thought so highly of the man in charge. You see,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
we all know that he had his protege in you. So please enjoy this food and this drink in honor of his memory.
I appreciate that. If I'm my fine friend, well, Bruno, was it?
Bruno. indeed.
Bruno. All right.
Thank you, little man.
Pleasure. You're doing a good job at running this tavern here. I mean,
Well, thank you, sir. I mean, we're all gonna miss him, as it was. But I think I heard that he was. I don't know if he ever got to tell you much about it, but I think that there was something especially he'd been working on for you. You see that.
Working on.
Yeah. There was something he was researching or investigating or digging up information on, and had a lot to do with you, his boy. You see, I don't know. It may be worthwhile if you find yourself back in Vipora and you find yourself back in his place.
Yeah.
Maybe there might be something worthwhile for you looking into.
Interesting. I might know a little bit about that, but I'll tell you what, I appreciate the information. That's very good of you, Bruno. I'll be
Anything
sure
I
to note that
can do,
down.
anything I can do to soothe the spirit, sir. You see,
That's the one.
I don't want you to feel bad. You see, we're all feeling bad, but you did what you had to do. None of us blame you.
I don't know exactly what you think I said, but I can assure you that I was not at the detriment of the guild. Let's just say. What exactly are you apologizing for then?
Well, there were, like I said, there were many of us that had to make the choice.
The choice.
Yes, it was die horribly or give away the old man, and
Give away the old man.
you see, when they separated us, and I had to do what I had to say what I had to say, you see, to survive. And
All right.
I'm so sorry.
And you've
All of a
said
sudden,
enough. You said enough.
You are very conscious
Yeah.
that this is either the man or one of the men that caused the death that you witnessed aboard that ship.
Right.
How does Xavier react in this moment?
You said enough. Just go back behind the tavern, will you?
This man bothering you?
Not quite, but he will very shortly if he doesn't leave.
He nods and continues
Yeah.
apologising, and then goes
Yeah.
back to the counter and then kind of busies himself avoiding eye contact with you.
Yeah. Right.
What was that about?
Well, that's news to me. Okay, there's a. I spoke with Owen a while back about Vander. You probably may or may not have heard the name of. He.
No, I asked you earlier and you just stopped talking.
Yeah, right. We're sidetracked by an omnipotent force. Right. He was a good man. He was a good man with good connections, let's just say. And I was captured by the black half-dragon bastard, and well, he was there with me, and it didn't end well for him and any of the other people on the ship. Now, I thought we were just captured. I was in the alleyway with when these twins warned you of.
Yes.
Cornered me and outnumbered me, and well, not that I'd like to admit it, but overpowered me. Anywho, I assumed that would be a similar situation with everyone else on board, but as my supposed friend Bruno over there tells me, it ain't that straightforward, and apparently we got some people selling others out. And I didn't think out of everyone that would be sold out, it would be Vander. That's not to say that I
Oh dear.
blame the poor soul, but
Oh dear. You're telling me that man is a man who gave the Twin Blades information on Vander?
yes, which might be a big issue now.
And he's seen me?
That is also
I think we
an
need
issue.
to leave.
Need to leave.
No, I
Really want to eat.
yeah, no. Like that guy. I'm just gonna chuck a dagger at him.
You gonna what?
Chuck a
All right,
dagger
roll
at
an
him.
attack for me.
Damn.
Wait.
Oh, it's an empty bar, right, as well? Like there's hardly
Nobody else in here.
nobody
right?
else in here.
Can I try and stop it?
I'll tell you what I rolled first. Yeah, well, that's true. I guess we could roll.
Yeah, let's roll an initiative.
I'll roll a different one then, because I went to roll for the dagger, or should I just keep the dice?
Make that the.
Okay, I'll keep it as my dagger.
Make that as your attack
Yeah,
roll for
alright.
now, and then roll initiative.
Jesus. Would I not be considered surprised for?
I think you would actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking my beer, having
It's
a.
only a
Yeah,
7.
gotcha.
I'll still roll it though.
Cool. All right, so the attack goes off. What was the?
Oh,
15 to hit.
that's funny.
Yeah, so that is certainly going to hit. Roll your damage for me.
Oh, that's range. Oh, it's only 1d4
Actually-
plus 2.
Because he's got his back turned to you,
Yeah.
and he's certainly not expecting this.
Yeah.
You're an unseen attacker.
I don't
Yeah.
think anyone was
Roll
expecting
with
that.
advantage for me, please,
I didn't, yeah.
for that attack,
For the
just in
attack.
case you get a crit.
Did crit.
All right, cool.
8.
Nice. With unerring accuracy, that dagger flies across the room and with like a sickening squelch inserts itself at the base of Bruno's skull from the behind. And then Bruno just collapses forwards against the hot stove that he's beginning to cook all his
Spare the dying.
breakfast on. And then collapses back, and then Crash runs over, spare the dying. So he's stabilised.
I'm just going to keep eating my bacon.
And then you sit back and so Crash, you've run over to spare the man's
I'm
life.
going to take Crash's bacon too.
Spare the dying. I'm gonna come out, unsheathe my sword. What the fuck was that?
Did you not just witness this conversation? Were you listening?
So you result to murder straight away.
I go and lock the door.
Gotcha. All right.
What would you
Rain
have
kind of
had me
stands
do?
up, and Rain says, "Listen. Whether or not that man lives, clearly, I need to make my presence scarce, because when he becomes conscious again and he can speak, he may give information about us."
Well, he will now. We could have charmed him. We could have bribed him. We could have done anything except you want to kill him straight away. What is wrong with you?
Well,
Have
she's-
you tried to bribe people before? Let me tell you, I have, and it doesn't always go your way.
How are you so calm right now? You just fucking killed someone.
If he's willing to talk, he will talk again. Doesn't matter how much money we give him.
It's not just him, it's the other people as well. We're not really safe here anymore.
Crash. I made a vow to protect
I'm
Rain.
gonna walk away straight away.
Oh, I don't have
You're
to explain
fucked.
myself to you anyway. Bye!
I'm gonna take a big swig.
Alright,
So you've left the tavern?
No. I'm gonna go back over to old mate and just
What does Spare the Dying do? Is he just...
stabilizes him.
But is he conscious or no?
No, he's still at 0 basically, and sleeping peacefully now with the wound closed, but yeah, still in pretty rough shape.
Can I just say to Xavier, just be like, not sure if that was the right thing by you, but I assume that you didn't like the fact that he turned in this Vander.
Yeah, that was information I didn't know. I didn't know how they found him, but to find out that it was one of our own men that got him in that situation in the first place is news to me. I will need to see what I can do about this. So yeah, I'm gonna have a swig of my drink, follow behind Crash, and sort of like, what are you tending to him?
Yeah.
All right, well, can I kind of lift him up so he's like slouched, sitting upright, and just try to slap him in the face, try to wake him up?
Sure.
Yeah.
And he walks up and he's like, how did I get down here? I must have fainted.
Yeah. I'm going to grab him by this and be like, how much did...
Did you pick the dagger? Did anyone pick the dagger off the floor that he got?
I'll grab it.
Yeah,
It's my dagger.
Oh, yeah, true. But I'll grab him and be like, how many people did you tell about us? Like, how much information did you hand over to them?
I just told him who the smuggler was, sir, and what his name was, from where his office was in Vipora. I didn't tell him about you, sir. I didn't. That wasn't me. I promise.
No, it wasn't you.
No.
So there's other people.
It could have been anybody else in the Vault Key, sir.
Okay, all right, damn it. I'm gonna get out my dagger, my bad dagger, my
Bad.
evil
Your
dagger.
naughty dagger.
Naughty dagger.
Okay, and I'm gonna put it up to his throat. And he's like, "You don't repeat a single word of what you heard here." And but the only thing I need you to repeat is to relay the message to the other people that spilled the beans and tell them that as much as it might be threatening for these little twin blade people to put you on the spot, you know that we can make you disappear, all right? And I don't like saying that. I'm not saying that lightly.
Sure.
Can I like give like a?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm doing an intimidation.
Roll an
thing.
intimidation with advantage
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. And the advantage is just a rolling again. Kill. So we got a 23.
Lovely. So he's like,
It's like shitting
yes,
yourself.
sir. No, yeah, absolutely. You weren't even here this morning, sir, I promise. And I tell you what, if I'll be putting the word out that the vault key that betrayal will be answered swiftly and terribly. And yes, sir, anything you say, sir.
All right. Go. Like, can I? Is it too late? Tavern.
No, this
Okay.
one's...
Yeah. I'm like. Head over to the storage room. Lock yourself in there. Don't come out for the next 30 minutes.
Understood, sir. Right away, sir.
Wait.
I'll be on my... Yes, sir.
Clean up after yourself. Gonna-
Oh
Blood
dear,
everywhere.
oh dear. I heard that happens when you faint. Okay, yes, I'll be off to the storeroom now. Thank you.
We should talk.
It's all worked out in the
Don't
end.
trust me.
Oh, jeez.
You've told me once about these two that have been, you know, the bird man who can't talk and the other one.
Yes.
Chain.
Yes.
Yes.
What do we know about them actually?
I know that they are hired by Sharankar as personal little assassins, mercenaries, just little yes men, but they say yes to everything involving the blade.
How dangerous are they?
How dangerous are they? Well, they got me, and if they got Vander, then they definitely are dangerous. You don't really get to Vander easily, and let alone have him tied up on a ship.
Have I met them?
No, but you do know them by reputation.
Yeah. As much as I don't like saying it out loud, they are not to be taken lightly, and we need to tread carefully.
Rain says very pertinent words, and indeed, and when it comes to treading carefully, I will tread carefully out of the city immediately. If any of you have things that you need to do here, please make them hasty. I will wait for you until noon in a directly due west from the city, in the woods.
All right. I can grant you safe passage there if you need. Probably best you follow me. I can show you to the west side of the...
Thank you indeed. Will you join us now, Owen?
I have a matter to attend to. I will be there shortly.
Miss Sullivan?
Be there shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Silo.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm off, and she begins padding her way out of the
Well,
town.
I don't know if it's safe enough for you to be wandering the streets. If you want to come back, I've got a better way, a bit more covert way around the back here if you want to follow me. Trust me.
I got something... Well, okay, yes.
Right,
Let's do it your way.
All right, whichever... you can navigate your way through, but I assure you it's going to be safer this way. So I'm going to go back to the behind the tavern and through like the storage. There's a storage room locked up where the guy is, so he can't see where we're going out. If I'm okay to navigate through this situation, I know where one of the little trap doors are kind of hidden to like the back passageways that gives somewhat of a covert little alleyways around underground sort of thing, and just kind of open the trap door and invite her in, and.
Totally.
Yeah, right.
So she follows all of your
Yeah.
instructions, and
Right,
you get her safely out of the city.
Yeah, and I go walk down the tunnels and like west is that way. Just make sure the door's shut behind you and no one sees you, right?
I will do. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
And then I'll just head back the way we came to the tavern. I don't know if
As
these
you
guys will
begin to
still be
walk
here, but yeah.
away,
Oh,
you
shit.
turn around the corner of one of these sewers and lose
Yeah.
sight of Rain.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, that's not what we wanted to do. 20! Not 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
You hear a sound coming from the direction of where you left Rain, and it sounds like the sound of fluttering wings.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
And if you turn around, you look back, you don't see Rain anymore. Owen, what are you doing?
What?
I didn't see that, so
You were going back to the manor.
yeah. No, I'm going to the manor. So I did grow up here. Do I know of any more secret or more covert entrances that I'd be able to get in?
No, not really.
No?
There was a main front entrance, main rear entrance, and then the cellar.
I'd go to the rear entrance and just knock and see if I can get in and knock.
sure. The same little old man that yelled at you guys from the window the night prior opens the door and he goes like, "Help you?"
Yes, I have a matter of great importance to talk with you about. Please let me in.
It's a very strange thing to say. I don't know if I want to.
I can make it worth your while. 5 gold?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
5 gold is pretty persuasive.
Are you carrying any weapons, like your bow and your sword and everything?
Yeah, but not menacingly.
Okay, cool.
Non-threateningly.
They've got smiley faces
very
on them.
amicably, heavily
Googly
armed.
eyes.
Yeah, they've got googly eyes.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, so he kind of gives you shifty eyes and he says, "Take your boots off before you come in."
Of course.
And then he lets you in once he knows you're not going to dirty the freshly swept floors. And what kind of information might you be after here? Like your purpose at the manor?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how my parents died, like specifics about that, why, and yeah, would I have any indication of this guy stabbing me in the back if he were to learn information about who I was?
Gotcha. So, firstly, roll insight to answer that last question first.
Yeah. So that's a 17.
Gotcha. So, yeah, you don't feel like this guy would necessarily be a very good confidant.
Okay.
He's reasonably new to this household. He only came in like a couple of months before your parents met their demise.
Okay.
And so he talks about what happened, and you, with 17, you think that he's not being dishonest here, but you don't really get a good sense on whether or not he's talking about what he heard from other people. You don't think he witnessed it himself, so it's kind of like hearsay or secondhand information, right? But he says that the two Silvershade nobles, Adrian and Marion. Marion was found stabbed to death in her bed one night as she slept. And Adrian, in a fury after finding her the next morning, had walked through the streets attempting to find the culprit. And he was brutally cut down in the streets by a vicious oversized walking kenku that proceeded to not only absolutely destroy Adrian in armed combat, but also proceeded to rather disgustingly, in view of everybody around, eat his entrails through the wounds that he created.
Not a good way to go.
It doesn't bring me any comfort, actually.
No,
So,
zero comfort.
How's closure?
So Marion assassinated in her bed while she slept, and Adrian cut down when he was seeking revenge.
And eaten.
How long ago
And
was this?
So roughly around about the same kind of time frame.
As that last thing in the journal?
Yes. So yeah, definitely very shortly after that, and around about the same time as you hear, because Crash has given you a little bit of a timeline of what happened to his family as well.
Yeah.
Didn't happen too far in terms of up the calendar from when that happened as well. So seems to coincide with the notion of the fact that these Cardoon invaders have been going around taking out nobles, like trying to cut the head off all the snakes, as it was, to weaken the island.
Okay. Well, no, okay. So, good information. Sucks ass, though.
Sure does.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Is this... Yeah, do I have a sense that this is like the main guy of the house at the moment, or...?
Sort of. The house is kind of going to be sold off shortly. You know, the last will and testament of the family didn't really specify about who the house gets left to. There was no apparent heir that Adrian had listed in the city's, you know, documentoriums and such.
Really?
So he's just kind of there until the governing body of the city figure out what to do with the property. In the context of the island being invaded and all the nobles being killed off and the government being stomped on, that doesn't seem to be happening very quickly at all.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't. I intend to come back as soon as I can. I might be a few weeks, but do everything you can to make sure no one touches the house or the contents inside, and you will be paid very handsomely on my return.
Wonderful, he says. He he readily agrees.
Yes. And while, with that said, I look around. Are there any cool weapons? Like, sorry, everyone else has done it. Are there any like cool like family bows or like swords and stuff? That would be really cool for
Hanging on the walls.
to have.
There is indeed a family, like Adrian's bow. They know that he had kept in his study, and in terms of being magical, you don't necessarily know if it's magical per se, but it was always a bow that he treated as if it was almost like a sacred relic, you know? The bow itself is made out of, and this doesn't make a lot of sense to you when you see it, it's actually made out of stone, which is really fucking weird because a bow needs to be able to flex to shoot arrows, right? But if you find this bow and you can convince this guy to actually no, your last roll was insight, not persuasion.
Yeah.
You could possibly persuade this guy.
I love that you were like, make sure no one takes anything.
But you
I'm
have,
gonna take
because you've offered to pay him in the future, I'm going to give you advantage on this, a persuasion check if you wanted to talk your way into getting that bow.
Would intimidation also be on the card?
I mean, you're offering him money. I don't think he's...
Take my money! Okay.
Take it.
Fuck me. 2 9s. So that's an 8.
All right. Oh, you got a -1 to
You got a
persuasion?
-1.
Huh?
You got a -1 to persuasion?
Got a -1 to
Negative.
persuasion. I'm not a persuasive dude. If I use my heroic inspiration, do I
Ooh.
get the advantage again, or just one?
You'll
of
be
them?
able to re-roll one of those dice.
One of those dice. Okay, so
And you have to take the new result.
okay, but if the other one's still higher than that's because advantage rules.
Nope, if you're
No,
re-rolling
okay.
this one right now.
God, I'm
this is
feeling
the
it,
one you're
that's
gonna
Come on, do it.
I got a 4.
All right.
All up.
So yeah, I mean, you can't talk your way through this housekeeper to get that bow, unfortunately. Or at least he's looking to prevent you from walking through to get it.
I'm definitely stronger than him.
How many throwing daggers you got?
How bad you are. Would I want to do that?
So I'm going to let you think about that for a moment.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sully, what might you be doing next?
Going to see Barrett.
I'm going to try and stop it right before and just have a conversation when everyone else is left.
Yeah, because I was about to ask, would
Sure.
you be doing this on your own, or would you be taking anybody with you?
No, on my own.
On your own, gotcha.
You're not going to take
Crash does seek out your attention in the streets before.
No,
in
so
the
I'm
tavern?
assuming everyone else has left the tavern and it's just the two of
I'm
us.
underground.
For sure. All right, so you guys have a moment before you head off to
Yes.
Maritax.
Here we go.
Is that what this is going to be like going in the future?
Oh, please.
We're gonna
Crash,
travel
I knew
together?
I knew you would take care of it. It's fine. Did you really want to put Rain in danger?
You don't want
And
to talk
obviously
about these things
Xavier was
first?
uncomfortable.
You don't want to let us know what you're planning on doing?
Do you know how quick it takes people to send a message to someone? It's instantaneous these days with technology.
It's dumb. We could have used him for information.
He's alive. Use him for information.
It's
now.
not the point. You can't go around killing
I can
everyone
do
without letting any of us know.
Pretty much whatever I want to do, and you can't tell me otherwise.
When we're in a group, this affects all of us. This isn't just your neck on the line.
I'm not here for you guys. I'm here for Rain, and you just happen to be following Rain around.
This is a completely different conversation which I wanted to have. What the fuck was up with when we were in the tunnels? You were talking about selling Rain?
Well, I guess you could characterize it as that. I'm to protect her and deliver her to someone else who can continue to protect her. And if that's selling, then I guess that's what you'd like to call it. I'm not a people smuggler. I just protecting her. I'm following my own master.
For what?
Like you
For
are.
what end, though?
I didn't ask.
What?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask what ends they're going to do with her. You've
Not the
admitted
kind
that
of
these
people
that
would
these
tell
pe-
me if I did ask. To be fair.
but these people are working for the Empire.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, no.
Then what are they working for? They are Crown's guards, no? They're in the Empire.
Do you remember when the Crown's guards tried to kill me? No. I'm just gonna walk off.
All right. So the conversation rolls off, and Crash, you see Sully walk off into the streets of Stonehelm. And making your way straight to Baratax.
Right there.
anything to work with.
All right.
That's Sully, man. She
Close
doesn't
to
have to tell you
flying.
anything.
Close to
She does
flying
not
off,
have to
bro.
tell you nothing.
You are going to a much.
We're a team, El. We're
Oh,
a
we're a
team.
team.
Apparently not.
Your teamwork is telling Sully what to do. She's not going to do it.
You just murdered someone.
Not technically not, because you revived her.
So you're off to a much more expensive tavern than the Coffin Nail, and another one by the name of the Stony Succubus.
Hot.
Before you get in there, Owen, have you had any thoughts about how you wanted to wrap up the manor?
I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Honestly, try and not make a scene.
It's all right. That maybe that bow is going somewhere. You don't know. But we'll pretend the bow's not going anywhere for now.
Right.
And all right, so Sully, you get to the Stony Succubus.
Yes.
And it's nothing like the tavern that he'd taken over in Vipora, where there were kobolds and a hobgoblin running over the place. But this is a place that's largely empty, with a single human tavern keeper that's standing behind the counter. But by and large, the place is considered to be closed for business. Baratax has kind of taken this over as his own personal residence for now. But you get waved through and shown back into a private room where Baratax is waiting. And again, even though it's really, really bright and early morning, he's already dressed in his incredibly expensive clothing, looking like he's been up for hours already plying his trade. And he turns around and he goes like, "Miss Sullivan, always a pleasure. Go on, take a seat, please. I need to be well informed now. Tell me what's been happening."
Hello, good morning, Barry. Well, I guess straight to the point, you were wondering about some missing guards. I can tell you with complete certainty they're not missing, they're dead.
What a shame.
No, is it a shame? I mean, I was just following orders. You needed something and someone protected, and I did just that.
Oh, so you found the druid?
Yes, I found her.
Tell me, where is this druid now? I need that druid.
I can tell you that she is currently under protection, and so is the flower.
I told you that you were to bring that druid to me.
There's been some complications.
Has there been a misunderstanding here, Miss
Absolutely
Sullivan?
not, just some complications, but I love a challenge, and it is my intention to fulfill. I do want the reward that was offered, and the thing is, there's a few others around that are also protecting her, so I just need to gain her trust a little bit, and then I can bring her to you.
This does not serve me very well in my reputation of being able to find anyone or find
Oh, they're
anything,
found.
no matter how well hidden they wish to remain.
I think in that you've succeeded.
Who is it that is protecting this druid aside from you?
Honestly, no one you need to worry about.
I'm going to get you to roll a deception check for me.
17.
I'm done with you. Get out.
Does that mean that he doesn't want me to continue? Like, is he done with me, or has he just finished the conversation?
His literal words were,
Yeah.
I'm done with you. Get out. Roll an insight check for me.
15.
All right. He's pissed.
Yeah.
Right. And he's very, very unreadable in a way, in terms of what, you know. You also think he chose his words, his dubious words here, very carefully.
Yes.
He hasn't outright told you that you're released from his service. And you also think that if his intentions were to release you from his service, he'd probably just kill you. Or at the very least, he'd get back the sending stone that he's given you, right? But at this moment, it's kind of just like, get the fuck out of my office. That's how you're kind of reading into the situation, you know?
As like tense as he's making the situation, Sully's just gonna like keep cool. And she's like, Barry, have I ever not fulfilled my end of the bargain before? I think I've earned a little bit of trust, don't you?
Oh, no, Miss Sullivan. Trust is not the game that we play here. The game that we play is something far more precious. Performance. A bare minimum that I demand of all of my servants. This is not a partnership, Miss Sullivan. Don't worry. You'll get another chance. After all, how many parents do you have? 2?
I don't have any as far as I'm concerned.
He kind of smiles at that a little bit.
Honestly, Barry, I've always thought of you as a father figure.
He kind of looks a little bit perturbed by that. And he goes, listen, the next time we speak, you'll be handing that druid over to me.
I completely agree with you. Darling. How would you feel about procuring some information for me? She's just gonna shoot a shot.
Sure, go. And he sits there, and his face goes unreadable again, and he waits for you to continue.
I would like a person found, and since you're the best person to find other people, I thought you were the best person to ask. Consider it as, you know, a down payment for the job.
Which person would you be seeking, Miss Sullivan?
Terra of House Silo.
Ah, yes, Terra, House Silo. Went missing approximately 6 months ago. Terrible massacre at the manor of Silos up by Severly.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about finding her.
Why would that be?
Well, she's been found.
Any clues onto her whereabouts? Or, you know, overall health?
Well, Miss Sullivan, if you're going to get anything, you're going to need to give a little something. Off to find the druid, thank you.
I can give you some information, perhaps, in return.
Assuming I don't have it already.
You know exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, God. Oh, you knew exactly
But
where
you
I
see
was going.
his eyes kind of come back to you when you say that, and he's obviously paying more attention to you now.
What's another noble house that I know in Stoneselm?
The Elmshades.
How about the last surviving Elmshade and their whereabouts? Deception? Should I?
Yeah, sure.
It goes so badly.
It wasn't
could go
Elmshade,
badly.
it was Elmswild, sorry.
Whatever,
Yeah.
Elms,
I
whatever.
was going to say, how many shades are there?
Yeah. 7.
Alright. But he goes, Go on.
Well, I happen to know when I was finding Rain, that there's a little house near Moss Edge that contains the last surviving person in the family of Elmsbury.
He kind of goes over to his desk and he pulls out a map of Quadora and he says, "Where
There.
is this?" Right. He's like, "Where is it?" The last surviving Elmswile.
Yes, and they are there currently, and they have a lovely sheep. We had a good chat.
The sheep under the bus.
Handy information indeed. We'll make sure that the Elmswilds are wiped out immediately.
Thank you, Terra. Location, whereabouts, thank you very much.
Oh, no, I said you were going to get me the druid for that information. You just donated this to me, so thank you on behalf of Shurinkar and the Twin Days.
No worries, darling. That's it, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave.
Alright. So, you head out, and then everybody goes off into the woods.
She like keeps her decorum the whole time, and then as soon as she leaves, she's just like... Is there anyone else I would know that could get information, basically?
Specifically, what is the information that you really do want here?
Just if she's alive, where she is. Terra.
Pickings are very slim at the moment
Okay,
for
all
you,
good.
in terms of where you could seek that info out.
That's fine.
Baratak seems to be the only lifeline there at the moment.
Can I'm just like fine to have failed, but like, did I get the sense that she was dead? Or like from what he was saying? Because I feel like Ellie
What was that
thinks
insight
that
check?
she was
You
dead.
rolled like a 15 insight
Yeah,
on that one,
yeah,
didn't you?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You think that the way that he spoke when he said, "Oh, you don't need to worry about finding her.
Yeah.
She's found."
Yeah,
It was very, very casual.
it was quite.
There was no finality to it.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So you think that if you were to hazard a guess,
Yeah.
you would think that he's talking about someone that's still relevant.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Thus, a reasonable person might assume still alive.
All good.
All right, so everyone has now left the city and gone back up to join up together with Rain in the woods to begin to start the march through the Wild Shade Woods to Scadala Mountain. And then, so yeah, Rain's waiting for you all. where
Oh,
she
she
said
is.
would
Oh,
be.
that's nice.
So the first one to arrive would probably be Xavier, you
Yeah.
know, and then you guys wait around, Crash, and then Owen, and then last Sully after the chat
We're in the forest.
had with Baratax, and we are now in the Wild Shade Woods. So you've all now, once you know, in the Wild Shade Woods where you've met Rain, the march into the woods begins. In the immediate vicinity of Stone's Helm, where you get to the closest area of the woods over that way, firstly, you do have to kind of work your way through a section of the woods that has been burnt and razed to the ground, which the only rational explanation for which, again, has been the Cardunian invaders just wreaking havoc on this island again. But eventually you get your way through the burned and charred cinders of the forest to the point where you're now in amongst green foliage, trees that form a canopy overhead, and undergrowth that, you know, there's no roads or beaten paths through here, and it's a lot of hiking through the wilderness. But the other thing that becomes apparent, and Owen's probably the first one to really pick up on this, being a woodsman, is that the once vital and vibrant Wild Shade Forest has definitely taken a turn for the worse, in terms of the trees now beginning to die and lean over, drop their leaves in a season that is nowhere near autumn in this time of the world. It's currently what should be a bright spring. The creatures of the forest are much more avoidant than they historically have always been. Raccoons, deer, the birds in the trees and such. They all seem to be very much deliberately keeping a wide berth to a group of people walking through this forest. And as you continue the several days march, you know, 4 or 5 days march to get to the mountain in the center, the forest just continues to get sicker and darker, and the undergrowth turns almost to sludge as it seems to be decaying far quicker than the natural order of things would tend to do. And Rain is not a... Rain doesn't seem to be taking this very, very well. She begins to seem to develop symptoms of like anxiety or nervousness as she continues to walk through, and she begins to mutter under her breath a fair bit and says to Owen once or twice as you're all marching through this forest, "This is no doubt the work of Seraphel." The march continues towards, and you begin to approach the foot of the mountain of Scadala ahead. So the terrain is now changing from the sickly and corrupted forest of the Wildshade, and is now beginning to turn to drier rock and rubble that still has some level of weeds and saplings growing up through it. But as you approach the more rocky terrain and begin to climb some gradually steepening slopes, I'm going to get everybody to please roll for me a dexterity save.
Let's go.
Oh,
Oh, shite. Where am I saving
Dirty
throws?
20.
Oh.
dexterity then plus the saving throw modifier, or just the +4? With plus the
Saving.
Oh, so the modifier, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, cool.
11.
15.
13.
Hang on, wait.
Nice. Owen and Crash are all good. What was your total again, Sully? 13?
11.
11. And yours was 13, was it?
13. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, as you all begin to climb these steepening slopes,
We're about like here, bro. Somewhere around here.
a little bit further up, yeah.
Yeah.
Sully,
Yes.
one of your feet slides out from underneath you momentarily, and a scattering of rocks and pebbles is pushed away as the slope that you're climbing up, kind of a small amount of it kind of collapses underneath where your foot went. And you realize all of a sudden that the slope you're climbing up is not actually a slope but a staircase. And if you
Advantageous.
look down at it,
Mhm.
and if you get the butt of your staff and push away some of the rubble and the dirt, you look down and you can see that this is a manufactured staircase and not the natural erosion or wearing away by the elements. And it seems, as you look up at the slope, and you begin to see that there's like a natural progression of the slope that you were climbing up a certain way. You get a little bit of a sense now of the fact that this staircase that is now buried under the sand and the elements and such definitely appears to be leading someplace, but leading someplace behind rocky outcroppings and such. You do you inform the rest of your... Yeah, so everybody becomes aware of this now, including Rain. And Rain immediately kind of gets a little bit energized by this and begins to scamper up that staircase to get around some of these rocky outcroppings and following the pathway, and then to the point where she's moving so quickly on her tabaxi feet, you almost lose sight of her as she rounds several of these corners and these ledges and such between all these now taller and taller rocky outcroppings as you get higher up the mountain, to the point where you hear her call out from ahead, This was a place! This wasn't just a mountain! Look, get here quickly! And you all rush forwards, I'm assuming, to
100%,
reach
yeah.
where she is. Mm-hmm. And you see that as you round a corner of one of these rocky outcroppings, you see that it kind of widens out into a flattened area that is like a round, almost amphitheater with tiered seating and whatnot that goes around a circular area. And she's standing in the middle of it and kind of turning around in wonder, because the exterior ring of this amphitheater, as it comes into view, there are like there's walls around it, and like a singular road that cuts through the whole thing, right? So if you think of like the Colosseum, but imagine the Colosseum with a massive bypass cut through the center of it, right? And she looks at the walls that are surrounding the place, and they're now overgrown with vines and trees, and they've been covered by sand and the general detritus that comes of having been battered by storms and sandstorms and such. But she points at one of them, and it looks like that wall has some sort of painting on it beneath the overgrowth and the refuse of nature. And she looks at all of them and she says, "Please help me. We must see what is there." And she runs forward with her one arm. And she's trying to tear the vines away.
Yeah, I'll
she
help
looks
her.
back to see if you'll help her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you guys clear it away, and then work one by one around this circle of the walls around this amphitheatre, you see that there were indeed some very, very detailed and artistic paintings made on these walls. And you feel that there must have been a roof on this amphitheatre at some point, which is probably contributing to all the rubble now. But imagine that obviously it's somewhat faded by the weight of generations and the elements, but on some of these walls you see some incredible artwork that somebody's painted on. In one of them you see what must be a depiction of this mountain, but it's erupting like a volcano from the top of it. And you see that rivers of lava flowing down the sides of Mount Scadala. On another section of these walls, you see a depiction of whether there's a collection of humanoid things there. There are dwarves, there are humans, there are what can only be described as fire giants that are all working these incredibly huge blacksmith forges and hammering away at anvils. And you can see that the way the artwork is depicted, these forges are being fed by the rivers of lava that have been flowing down from the peak of Mount Scadala. On another one, you see that a painting is there of, in this very amphitheatre, a collection of all these sorts of people of different races, of human and dwarf and elf and
The
giant.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Sort of. All gathered in, like, in at least hundreds of them there in this amphitheatre, and they're all kneeling before this massive, must be something like 20 feet tall figure of what must be the fire elemental scion of the island, that is benevolently looking down at all these people that built a city here at the foot of Mount Scadala, dedicated to the art of forging and firecraft and such. There are several races, such as the fire giants and the dwarves and such, that do not appear, or that they stand out because these do not appear to be races that have any population here in Quadora ever. And Rain kind of muses that this amphitheatre here, or whatever city that was here, must be centuries old. And unable to really puzzle out much more about it, other than appreciating the historical significance of it, and pointing at the painting that had that giant figure that must be the fire elemental. She then goes to scamper off again to continue to get higher up to the mountain, about halfway up to the peak now. Any pauses for any questions or any further investigation on anything in there at all? Or do you just continue to chase after Rain and follow her up
So
the
we're just going further up? We're not going in at all?
There's no particular way to go into the mountain from here.
Yeah.
this pathway that cuts straight through the middle of this massive amphitheatre continues to follow a
To go
path that
up.
goes
Yeah,
higher
yeah,
up.
okay.
I'll just follow it.
Could I try to see if there's any like runes or
Gold?
scratchings? I mean, gold as well. Is there any? First and foremost, is there any like treasure, anything nearby, like anything that looks like you could get into it?
An
or
idea
break
of this
into
guy's
or anything?
objectives.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Yeah. Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice. No gold. No valuables. No treasure.
I did want to say, just sorry, is there any runes that resembles the guild that I'm in? Like, is there any interaction from
Negative.
my people?
And that's a very strong investigation check.
Yeah.
No such runes.
Nothing.
This
Okay.
place is, appears to have been not visited by any humanoid things for an indescribably long time.
Okay, cool.
So in the painting, there was lava coming through the path.
Correct. I mean, no, not through the amphitheatre path.
Okay.
But flowing down the mountainsides into forges and
Okay, cool.
receptacle areas and such. Yeah.
Nice, cool. Just making sure.
Kind of gives you the
Not
vibe
ruined.
that once upon a time, it was almost like a volcano town, and they used the volcano for prosperity.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. That's it. I'm just following Rain.
All right, so you continue to run up, and eventually it comes to a point where you hear rain. Again, it takes you about another several hours of climbing up very, very steep slopes across the mountain until Rain, who's gotten some quite a good distance ahead of you because of her tabaxi movement speed, calls out to you ahead from again around several other bends, and she's almost screaming in exuberance. I found her! She's here! Quickly, quickly! We've done it! Do you all make
100%.
speed?
I'm gonna fly.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly.
So you flap your wings, and you get a bird's eye view, and you can see that as the path goes around and up this mountain, it gets to a point where the path cuts into the circumference of the peak of the mountain, and you can look down to see that there is a crater, like the opening of a volcano, right? Except this is not a volcano. It looks like this looks like a mountain that has a volcano-shaped hole in the top of it. But in that crater, in there is like a green, grass-covered meadow almost, and the path kind of cuts in from the side of the mountain. Again, it's all open air, so like cutting through a valley in between these large rocks to get in there, which is what these three peasants have to do to get in. But you look down, there are two things that you see immediately. Is that firstly, you can see Rain, who is almost leaping up and down in exuberance and joy, because she's standing in front of a huge, again at least 20-foot tall figure. And from your vantage point in the sky, you can see that this figure is obviously, firstly, immense, but is coloured in all of the tones of the earth.
Okay.
Skin the colour of soil. Armour and a tunic the colour of grass or emeralds. Wielding a massive, massive warhammer that's twice the size of you, that is clearly made out of stone and bronze, and with hair a bright orange, the colour of flame.
Do I recognize that this is the same entity as I saw in my vision back in the crypt?
Yes, you are looking down to see Rain standing in front of the Tao. Do you descend and join Rain?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of stay eye level with the Tao though, if I can. So kind of just
Hovering
Hovering,
like
yeah.
10 feet off the ground, yeah. And the rest of you make it in, and you run forwards to see the same thing that Crash and Rain have seen, the Tao right ahead. And Rain looks back and looks across to you all, and she's so excited. She's like, we found her, we can help her. We've done it, yes, we are going to win this thing, yes. And then she looks back at the Tao, and as you all look across, you realise that the Tao looks
She's gonna get
exhausted. This dhow looks faded, not in pain or anything, but just completely exhausted, covered in a sheen of sweat, and her breath is labored as she looks across at all of you, and she's just like, "Who enters my domain? Who are you, Tabaxi? Wait. I see one of my oathsworn.
Yeah.
Put it there.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I look at the deity and I get down on one knee. So, like, show reverence and say, I am Owen Silvershade.
She slams that giant hammer on the ground twice. Come closer. My tired ears can barely hear you.
Oh, what nice teeth you have. Okay.
I smell the scent of brine and ocean air amongst you. What are you all doing here? This is not a safe place. Why have you come? Rain is almost beside herself with excitement.
I'm gonna let her answer that.
Yeah, I gesture to Rain.
And Rain walks up to the dhow and almost looks like she's about to put a hand onto the dhow and be like, Great Earth Spirit, what is it that has you in this state? And the dhow says, It appears we will need to have this conversation another time, if ever. And the dhow raises her free hand to point back towards the entrance that you all ran through.
Oh, those two dudes.
And you see another figure striding through that is, at first glance, it looks like a frail little old lady. But then at second glance, it seems to be much more sinister than that. As you see the figure of what appears to be an elderly woman, by virtue of the fact that the only skin you can see being the forearms and the chin below the nose, being like a sickly, almost green with decrepit and decaying skin, covered by a one of those headdresses that covers the eyes and most of the face, and then a dark blue or dark grey robe that reaches all the way down to her feet, holding a sickle, a rusty and bloodied sickle in one hand, and a severed arm with a lot of grey tabby cat fur on it hanging from her belt. And the most sinister, potentially the most sinister of all, she's wearing a headdress that is a human skull, but has then had giant antlers impaled to the side of it to create this really, sinister kind of headdress atop of her skull.
Punk rock. It's so
And you
dope, it's so
see-
scary.
You see Rain turn around, and Rain whispers to Owen, Seraphel.
Oh, shit.
And you see this little old lady walk forwards with a very confident stride, but stopping about a good 30, 40 feet away, and she looks across. The Tao dies today, as does the Druid, and so that any who stand beside them. I suggest you flee now. How do you act?
Can I fire?
You want to shoot?
I'll
Yeah.
stand in front of
All right,
Rain.
we are about to roll for
Yep.
initiative.
Wait,
On the next episode of Roll or Die.
Cheeky boy.
You insensitive wretches! extending her hands and then raising, and shapes begin to coalesce.
But did they
Attacks
dash?
coming your way. They did dash, you're right.
Hey, these guys dash.
Forget all that damage. My
Oh,
bad.
good call.
Sometimes
do that.
DMs make mistakes. Reaches out the vine arm, snaps up and devours Owen, taking 10 lightning damage.
I'm down.
Owen's boots go deadly still.
Owen's dead body just like
It's not
considered
dead. It's
another
not dead. It's unconscious. It's unconscious.
You are eaten.
Oh!
That is 9 lightning damage.
That's my HP.
Fuck. I really need you all to start rolling a bit better.
Take that, DM!
Come on.
Just totally ruin the whole plot.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.